My name is Shampa and I do makeup videos, and I try to keep it simple so it can be tried by anyone. So yeah, keeping that in mind, I've created this evening glam look. If you like it, then do give me a thumbs up and also subscribe to my channel. So yeah, let's start. I've prepped my skin and now I'm using a Colorbar Perfect Match Primer and applying it all over my face. For my foundation, I'm using Maybelline Fit Me in the shade 230 and applying it in dots, and now with the damp beauty blender I'm blending everything in. Do not forget your neck and your hairline. With Nykaa Conceal and Correct palette, I'm using the shade to conceal my under eye dark circles and also to do some spot correction. And now with the tiny beauty blender, I'm blending the concealer into my skin so as to get that flawless finish. I use the small beauty blenders in areas such as under the eyes and corners of the eyes because it's more convenient and it's it's easier to use compared to the bigger ones. So yeah. And now from the same palette I'm using this pale yellow shade for highlighting my under eyes, forehead, nose, chin and also my cheeks, and I'm using the same brush to do that. And I'm going to use the same tiny beauty blender to blend the product into my skin so as to brighten these areas. So whenever you use a cream based product or a powder based, any product for that matter on your face, always take a tiny bit initially and then you can build it up instead of taking a whole lot in the first place. Just go ahead with a small amount first. And for my powder, I'm using Kryolan translucent powder in the shade TL9, and I'm pressing it under my eyes and swiping it. And whatever is left in the brush, I'm applying it on my T-zone and also on the rest of my face and neck. And with this Miniso 3-in-1 eye pencil, I'm going to do my eyebrows. This pencil comes with a spoolie, an eye pencil and also a felt tip eyeliner. I am using this pencil in the shade brown. So I have combed my eyebrows with the spoolie and now I'm filling my eyebrows. So whenever you do your eyebrows, remember you don't have to draw. You don't have to draw your eyebrows. You just have to fill in those areas where you think there are some hairs which are missing. So yeah, and with very light strokes. We're almost done. And now with this Forever 52 Butter Blush palette, it's called Rose on Ice. I'm using the bronzer for my eyelid and not using an eyeshadow. And I'm using my finger to do that. I use my fingers a lot when I apply makeup. You can do that too if you don't have the right brushes or right tools. Go ahead with your fingers. It's very convenient, very easy. And now with this Lakme Absolute eyeshadow palette, it's called French Rose. I'm using the brown shade for my crease and I'm using a fluffy brush, fluffy eyeshadow brush to blend the eyeshadow. And I'm blending it and also flicking it out. I am using this palette because I didn't obviously because I didn't I use the other blush palette for my eyes instead of using an eyeshadow, so I didn't have any brown shades, so I'm using that's why I use this palette. And the same shade I'm applying it on my lower lash line as well, but with a different brush this time, um, for more precision. For my eyeliner, I'm using the same Miniso eye pencil. I'm using the felt tip side, and I'm doing winged eyes today. So I'm drawing a thin line, and I'm going to make the wings. I know winged eyeliners can be tricky at times, and people find it really difficult, but it's not really difficult if you once you know how to draw it. You just need to practice it. For my lower lash line, I'm using Wet and Wild eye pencil in the shade white, and just to open up my eyes and just to brighten up my eyes, I'm using the white eye pencil. And now I'm curling my lashes. For my mascara, I'm using Maybelline Hypercurl waterproof mascara, and I'm not using falsies. Instead, I'm going to use 2 coats of the mascara, solve the purpose. For contouring, I'm using PAC powder blusher in the shade 10, and applying it on the hollows of my cheeks and my forehead, also on my jawline and my nose. And I'm using a blush brush to do that. And I'm using my finger for my nose, and I like very subtle contouring, not a personal fan of strong contouring. It's a personal choice. If you want strong contouring, you apply more product. So yeah. Now for my I'm sorry, for my bronzer, I'm using the same bronzer which I use for my eyelids, just to get that warmth. And for my blush, I'm using Maybelline Flush Creator in the shade Tickled Pink, and I'm using the same brush and applying it on the apples of my cheeks and slightly on my nose. I'm using Makeup Revolution highlighter in the shade Dare to Divulge, and going very light and applying it on my cheekbones, on my temples, and also on my forehead. And with this PAC 278 brush, I'm applying the same highlighter on my brow bones, nose, and Cupid's bow, and also my chin. I just love this brush. I use this brush for precision, and just love this brush. And I'm using a tiny definer brush to apply that highlighter in the inner corners of my eyes. For my lips, I'm using Nykaa Mattelicious lip crayon in the shade Kiss and Tell, and it's a lovely shade, beautiful shade, perfect for Indian skin tone, perfect for those dinner dates and evening looks. So yeah. And I've taken a tiny bit of concealer and applying it under my wings and also around my mouth, just to make those wings look sharp and really defined. And also, when you apply these such dark shades on your lips, you want it to stand out. So yeah, apply a concealer and blend it. And I'm setting my face with L'Oreal Infallible setting spray, and we're almost done. Ta-da! This is the final look. And I also tried tying my hair into a bun, yeah, this is the one. And for this I have applied a little hair gel on my hair, just to keep my hair in place. And let me know which look you like better. And please do give me a thumbs up, and also if you have any queries, do write it in the comment section below. Thank you so much for watching. Love you all.